Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with a viewer submitted battle from TD Bedrock. Uh, so thank you for this mission. And Golisopod, I was interested because I had not used it, and then I went to PV Poke, and it's like ranked 200 something. Then you go to its matchups, and it wins against like Swampert, and it wins against Scrafty, it wins against Cresselia. So it covers a lot of the Ultra League meta that you would see. So I'm interested to see it in action. Let's take a look at these battles. Running it with Wall Range Swampert. Wall Range Swampert is a pretty common core in Ultra League. So this is, I think, an okay matchup here. Just because like this pure spamminess and bulk here. Obviously they're gonna hit with a crunch, but I'm assuming that will not take you out, and then you will be uh, good to take this out, but they swap and catch on a Magnezone. So wasted energy here, but does not matter because you have a hard punish here. Yeah, you can just farm it up a little bit. Now everything is resisted here, so there's not much they can really do here. Throw resisted mirror shot, that's not gonna do much. So build up, yeah. Your plan is just to build up a bunch here. So you can come out basically with 2 hydro cannons. Yep. Are we just gonna go for the full farm? Come out with 100 energy? Yep, that's fine. I mean, if they could wild charge and put you in like the red, which they do. Okay. Okay. Pause. Pause. I know you're at 1900. Okay, you have 2 options there. You have 3 options really. One is you just throw the hydro and get it out of the way, and then come up with like, I would have come up with 2. Like I would have built up to 2 and come out with 1. Your second option is go for the complete farm down. The third option should be non-existent, is what you just did here. I don't know if you just assumed that they were taken out, but yeah, this is obviously a ton of wasted energy. Uh, you're still going to come out with like a move in a bit, so it won't matter too much, but yeah, either commit to the full farm down or throw it early and get it out of the way. You will get to a move, so in the end, it won't matter too much, but let's just assume it's misclick. They double shield. Um, so I'm going to shield if I were you. Well, you don't have to, but I would shield to take it out. Yeah, shield the crunch, throw powder icicle spear. This will take it out. And now hope you you can take it in the back, auto switch. Oh, and it's a grass psychic. Goodbye. Goodbye. This game's over. So this will take it out. Super effective on, I'm pretty sure it's on the psychic that is super effective. Is it on the grass that's super effective? Because Bugsy grass. So is that double super effective? Is that why that took it out so easy? Uh, Venusaur and Swampert, this is an okay-ish matchup, quite honestly. And they bank it into, what are these people doing? Okay, so if you're gonna come in with a safe swap, or if you're gonna give up switch, so switch is one of the most important things in this game. If you're gonna give up switch, don't give it up to something that can just get absolutely destroyed like this against Swampert, especially when Swampers are so prevalent in Ultra League. You know they're there unless they're running like an ABB style team here, double weak to Swampert in the back. I can see that they're gonna get this off. I would shield. I take it back if they're running an ABB style weak to Swampert in the back, but we will see what they have in the back. Like if it's like a Kanto Ninetales, I 100% take back what I just said. Okay, so we are loaded with energy. Both of you are loaded with energy here. So you're going to double shield. They may double shield or let this go and take shield advantage. And it is an Obstagoon. And this game is probably over. The counters are resisted. Yeah, resisted because you're bug. These are doing super effective. They're going to have to get to, I don't know. Maybe they had gunk shot, but does that matter? 2 X scissors. Take this out with ease. Here comes air release to take this out. So I guess it was the psychic in the matchup before that bugged is super effective against. So look at that, Golispeed, Golisopod. Someone will correct me in the. I actually looked out how to say this and I don't know how to say it. Golisopod. I think it was Golisopod when I looked it up. So this matchup, now they're staying in here. As again, it's one of those like weird matchups where it's like super, super close because you're both doing super effective to each other. So we're gonna get this off here just to try and do either take shield advantage or take. I think you could take switch with that one going through. I think you outpace to the moves pretty significantly in the two shield here, and they know that and they try and catch. And now, what are your options? This as an answer to Walrein, because your water, so this icicle spears are resisted, and your bug, so the earthquake is resisted. So we're seeing double resisted here. Is that what we're seeing? I mean, the problem is, it looks like you're a big. See, because you're doing neutral and they're doing resisted. And these resistances are going to take this. Maybe this is going to take a little more than 3. Yours is going to take 3. It's going to be close here. And that's kind of what. Yeah, it's not adding up as much as you would like it to. I think you survived this, and I think they maybe survived too. So the Walrein matchup is kind of close, considering everything that they're throwing is resisted, and everything you're throwing is neutral. And they got another move, so you just lost this matchup even though everything was resisted. So I don't know if that's the power of Walrein or if that's just the super weakness of that Pokemon. Gonna come in here and throw the move right away. Undercharge it, maybe catch them off guard. Yeah, catch them off guard for an extra 2. Swampert comes in. I think you either one Hydro. It's gonna be close. Because now you're probably gonna be taken out. Ooh. And then you're gonna farm up. You're gonna have to. It's gonna be close. Are they gonna commit to the farm down? Or now it's over because now you can farm up a bit. I don't know if they could farm down totally there. I don't think so. But now they just given you loaded energy, and now this game's over. It's close though. It was one of those tough situations. Like I don't know what I would do there, if I were them, because I think you're gonna now just outpace. Yeah, get allowing you to get that extra couple in there. Powder Snow's in there. Just flip that matchup, or else they could have hydroed you for the win there. Mirror match. No point in baiting, quite honestly. So you, again, not really sneaking there. I always used to say sneak the extra move in, but it's not sneaking in when, oh, and there's no point of baiting. What did I just say, opponents? Yeah, there's absolutely no point of baiting in this matchup because it takes 2 full earthquakes to take it out. Um, Even then, it's just kind of like right on the border of 2 earthquakes. So it's really not worth that bait there because now you're just so far behind. They may try and bait again, but like, yeah, I will say they learned their lesson. Come in and try and get ahead on energy here. Everything's resisted that they're going to throw. Again, just resisted. But as we saw, like it still does chip damage. This thing does not look super tanky. Guess that was a delayed CMP because they snuck another powder snow through. Hopefully we can go for the full Fury Cutter down. We cannot. Oh my goodness. That is real rough. Fury Cutter is obviously more of an energy generating move as opposed to, ooh, SCAV. I think you gotta bail here soon. Yeah, everything's resisted here. So why are we not bailing into Swampert yet? I would have probably banked. I got a shield. I probably would have banked some of those moves and just came in Swampert just to see what their back Pokemon was. Because now the only problem is you dumped a bunch of energy into a resisted. I guess you needed to maybe chip it 1 instead of 2 just to get it within Hydro Cannon range. But now they're loaded, so they're going to throw back to back. Like they're going to get to 2 and burn both of your shields. So your shield advantage is now gone. We're down to the 0 shield. It's going to come down to what's in the back. their own Swampert. So that's good for you. One Hydro's not going to take you out. We know that because it does about like, I don't know, 50 to 60%. Got, yeah, that animation, that happens so much. I'm just going to stop it right there. Just be very aware if you're playing because that happens constantly with, and lucky didn't have a shield because that's costed me a couple shields. So what happens is if you CMP, it only happens on CMP, obviously, is they'll do their charge move animation and it immediately goes into your animation. So from your perspective, as you saw, the charge move animation comes up and you have to get it right away. From their perspective, if they had a shield, the shield option would have come up right away. And so if you're just like kind of tapping, waiting for them to like switch over there, you sometimes you automatically use that shield when you don't want to. And I've done it before and it cost me a couple games already. Are we gonna try and catch here? Yeah, that was an easy catch. And this is again, so I'll pause this one too. There are the easiest catch in this game is this scenario right here where it would be you know you lose CMP and they have to throw because if you do throw right on CMP, then they're gonna be taken out. So they had to throw right on CMP. You knew that easy catch. You have a Hydro coming out, so this game's over. So yeah, that's easy recognition of when you need to catch there. And then last matchup here, Trevenant, good lead. You're gonna severely outpace with the Powder Snows and Icicle Spears. These C-bombs do add up, but it takes a couple to take you out. So they catch on a Swampert. So smart play. You're probably in. If I were them, I would probably just get a ton of my shots ahead. Maybe you try and catch on the goal speed because these hydros are gonna hurt. Like it could probably take you down to the red or take you out here. Yeah, so you got a shield, but now they're probably at the second one already. Yeah, I don't like that shield. I think you have to in that scenario because you're in hydro. You are in Mudshot Hydro Rage and they're loaded. So I think you need to try and catch on your Golisopod. Uh, Glyospeed, Glyospod, whatever it's called. I think you need to try and catch on that because this is now going to take you out and you burnt a shield already. Okay, so it's not going to take you out, but like you burnt a shield and you're barely going to take this out. And you had such a good like resisted Pokemon here. Now they're going to get on energy. Uh, so you have an Aerial but they're up on a shield now, right? So I think you maybe wanted to like throw one of the Icicle Spears, bank it. Okay, good timing there so they don't get a third one through. They're going to have to start shielding here, and they probably will. Now, do they just go for the Brave Bird? I would just go for the Brave Bird if I were them, quite honestly. There's no reason not to. Yeah. And here's why there's no reason not to. You're a flyer. So the mud shots, first of all, mud shots don't do anything. Mud shots do especially nothing to a flyer. So there's no point in them just to throw a resisted move in case you do not shield. You can just throw the Brave Bird because worst case scenario, even if you do shield, you burn one shield and they're not going to do any damage with the mud shots. And the best case scenario, it's like that where now they can just go flame charge next time. So they will likely shield this up and then just go flame charge. Oh, okay, or let it go and just go Trevenant for the win. Yeah, that too. Because they're up full farm, have a bunch of energy. This is gonna you're half water, so all they need is two back-to-back C bombs here. And they just farm like 3 up, so this game's probably over. There's one, and they're gonna get to another one, I'm assuming. They do not get to another, or they're definitely, are they not at one right now? I would have been, does not take it out. What are they doing? How many claws do they need? Are they going for the Shadow Ball here when it's within like, okay, see bomb for the one. Anyways, yeah, I think he needed to try and catch on that earlier in the matchup there. But it is a 4-1, and it is a Hitmontop. Legendaries not coming out. So thank you for this mission. It's an interesting Pokemon. Um, my first thoughts just by watching it for the first time here, X Scissors and Air Lace are not great moves. for starters, right? They're both pretty bad moves. Your main reason that you would use this Pokemon is to try and align it on their darks or their psychics, or resist something like Swampert resisting the Hydro Cannons and Earthquakes. Like an easy win there. So if you want to like specifically use this Pokemon for those reasons, then you can use it. Just pair it with Pokemon that can deal with everything else because it seems like a really slow charging Pokemon and that doesn't hit super hard with those moves. But that's my thoughts. Thank you for the submission. If you want to submit some battles, link in the description. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next one.